Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. USD JPY Weekly Forecast A break is coming. Analysis http ntvforex.com. News ID CAC B911 2024 27:07 p.m. USD JPY almost stationary above 106.00 with collapsing ranges. Euro failure at January 1900 after ECB meeting on Thursday promotes USD. Japanese and US August economic statistics as yet offer little direction. The dollar remains stalled just above 106.00 as US and Japanese economic and central bank developments failed to provide direction or incentive for movement. Interestingly, the European Central Bank meeting probably had more impact on the USD JPY NBSP this week than any other event, as it illustrated the limit of the weak dollar market view. European Central Bank rate policy was universally expected to remain on hold at the September meeting. NBSP There was modest anticipation that the ECB might follow the Fed down the a lower for longer a path with a version of the FOMC's inflation averaging scheme. Ms. Lagarde, the ECB president, in her prepared statement and news conference NBSP steadfastly refused to hint at what might be coming from the bank's current policy review. NBSP She noted several times that the bank did not target exchange rates, and despite a number of pointed currency questions in her press conference would not elaborate on what effect the assessment might have on interest rates or inflation policy. Markets initially took the euro higher, briefly crossing January 1900, but the lack of follow-through soon eroded the gain, and by the end of the session the euro had slipped back to 1.1800. Japanese statistics showed some improvement in the August measures but were far short of a robust recovery. Annualized GDP in the second quarter was revised to 28.1%, worse than the initial release of 27.8% but better than the 28.6% prediction. NBSP The Echo Watchers survey, which follows regional trends, was stronger than anticipated in August. NBSP The outlook gauge measured 42.4 on a 28.2 forecast and July's 36. The current survey was 43.9, 33.3, and 41.1 respectively. The producer price index rose 0.2% in August as expected, down from the pandemic reversal bounce of 0.6% in July. The annual rate was 0.5% as forecast and 0.9% in July. American statistics were mixed. The JOLTS job opening list for July at 6.618 million was better than 6 million forecast and June number, but is still below the 7 million average for January and February. NBSP consumer prices were firmer than forecast in August, 0.4% vs 0.3% in the overall and 0.4% vs 0.2% in core, with 1.3% vs 1.2% and 1.7% vs 1.6% on the year, suggesting rising consumption. Initial jobless claims for first week in September were worse than expected, 884,000 vs 846,00 and identical to the week before. Continuing claims rose to 13.385 million from 13.292 million, NBSP almost 500,000 more than the 12.925 prediction. This lack of firm market direction in currencies, and especially for the dollar, was evident in the USD JPY. NBSP While the dollar USD is still under pressure and the general view is negative for the greenback, currency movements have reached the limit of this scenario. NBSP Until there is a change in the fundamental outlook, limited technical action and reaction seems to be the solution. USD JPY outlook Japan's recovery from the pandemic is hindered by several factors. NBSP global consumption, a crucial item in Japan's export economy, has yet to return to pre-virus levels. The fraught US-China relationship, while far from a breaking point, has inhibited China's role as assembly point for foreign parts manufacturers and as the destination for new investment. NBSP Finally, the COVID pandemic, now resurgent in Europe as it declines in the US, continues to thwart a full-fledged recovery. The USD JPY remains dependent on the dollar side of the pair. NBSP It is clear that the summer rise in COVID case in several large states did not reverse the US recovery, though it may have slowed it somewhat. NBSP the 31.8% plunge in annualized GDP in the COVID quarter has almost entirely reversed in the third according to the Atlanta Fed's running estimate at 30.8%. For more than 2 decades the U.S. economy has been the more dynamic of the USD JPY pair. NBSP markets are willing to buy the dollar again, but they are waiting for the statistical catalyst. Japan Statistics September 7 September 11 NBSP NTV Forex US Statistics September 7 September 11 NTV Forex Japan Statistics September 14 September 18 NTV Forex US Statistics September 14 September 18 NTV Forex USD JPY Technical Outlook. Relative Strength Index 50.25 Moving Averages 21-day 106.06 100-day 106.84 200-day 107.84 Resistance 106.40 106.75 107.30 107.60 108.00 Support 105.85 105.40 105.15 104 US dollars and 75 cents JPY Sentiment Poll NBSP 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 Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me mt5.expert.advisors.